Hello and welcome to Reviews. As always, I'm Plume Noir, and this is going to be a little bit of a different video than I normally do. It's not really so much a review as I wanted to talk about this Marvel promo preview type thing. Now, I'm going to be honest, this week I didn't really buy a lot of comics. I did get, as you know, I already put up my video for Flash Forward number 5. I do have Iron Man 2020 number 1, the Spider-Verse Black Cat number 1, SFSX, and Second Coming number 6. Did I get anything else? I think I maybe got one or two other things. It was actually a pretty small week. There wasn't really a lot that grabbed my attention. And so I did get this. One thing I noticed, I went to my backup comic shop, and it's a huge place. The place is huge, but I would say only maybe, I would say 20 to 25% is actually comic books. Like a lot of other places, they do have, toys and other statues. Hi, JR. You've been in this a lot. Come on. I need you to step away. They have a lot of other things like statues, but I did notice one thing they don't have is back issues. They don't have any long boxes of back issues. I thought that was really weird, and I've never noticed that. It's probably one of the only comic shops I've been to that doesn't have back issues. So I don't know if they turn around and sell their stuff online. I should ask them about that next time I'm in there. Just a little observation I had because the place is really huge and it's in a shopping center that's I wouldn't say hoity-toity, but the rent has got to be expensive, and I can't imagine they're bringing in much money. And I'm a little bit worried that another comic shop will be going away. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What I really wanted to talk about was since I didn't pick up a lot, they have a lot of these things. I shouldn't say a lot, but they have a few, like free things. Sometimes they'll stick them in your bag. Usually I ask them not to because I'm not going to read it anyway, and it's just more stuff that I have to, come on, JR, more stuff that I have to, dispose of or try and find a place for it. Even if it's free, if I'm not going to use it, I don't take it. Just because it's free doesn't mean I should take it. But this caught my eye because of the cover. Now, this is a Marvel, preview thing, January for March 2020 shipping product. And it basically gives you a preview of a lot of stuff that's coming out. Mostly covers that they'll show, like here, the True Believers, which is kind of a really cool thing. I don't know if I've really talked about this, but how Marvel does these reprints for like $1. And it's a great way. They've already got the issue. They don't have to, pay for new stuff, although I'm sure the original creators do get some royalties. But anyway, it's a great way to get, readers to see some of the old stuff. So you see some of that, mostly the new stuff, storylines, that stupid thing coming from, you talk about from the pages of Incoming that teen heroes are going to be outlawed after something happens, and variant covers, variant covers, variant covers. Everything has a variant cover, and yeah, you get near the end, and it starts to, of course, Black Widow tie-ins, and it starts getting into like a lot of reprints, collections, statues. Although I have to admit that Longshot statue, pretty cool. I have a soft spot for Longshot, so I'm a big fan of the X-Men period when they were in the Australian outback. So yeah, it's nice to see that, and yeah, not really a lot. It's funny how some of these books already have their trade paperbacks being collected when the last issue isn't even out yet. Because that's the whole marketing thing. They're trying to get these trade paperbacks into stores. And, the Symbiote Spider-Man trade paperback just finished up a few months ago. Yeah, it's just a lot of upcoming stuff. I think I even saw Avengers Gaming Verse. Yeah, right here. Which, if you play the Spider-Man game, the Avengers weren't in it Yes, Avengers Tower was in it. They were referenced, but I don't know. I'd like to see the world. I'm just really looking forward to the sequel for the Spider-Man game. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that, but that's not the reason why I wanted to do this video. Oh yeah, the only other thing is they have what looks like all the magic characters in the Marvel Universe. I guess they're going to do a Hogwarts thing because, the Harry Potter thing, that's hot right now. You really need to get on that. It is like the new hotness. Yeah. But other than mostly like, covers and, like pictures of the statues, the only thing this really has is a little teaser for a few pages showing this new Strange Academy, that apparently Doctor Strange is running with all the other magic users, so blah blah blah. But this is what I really wanted to talk about because when I saw this, I got really excited because Jessica Drew was one of the early casualties of the new Marvel, the SJW Marvel. You see, she's a character that has always been drawn, you know, voluptuous even by superhero standards. She's got the large breasts, she's got the very shapely hips, plus her costume design with the way the triangle goes down into the boobs and the way this part comes up, it only helps to accentuate and make it all bigger. So of course they had to get rid of that. But it fit in with her pheromone powers that she had, or still has, I guess. And so they had to get rid of that, and they had to put her in, a very non-sexualized costume, a really ugly costume. And by that, I mean this. No, I'm just kidding. That's Julie. That's Julia Carpenter. This Spider-Woman costume kicks ass. No, I mean this one. Pull it over here. That stupid little vest. Yeah, because you see this, you think Spider-Woman, right? I'm only using the action figures because I didn't feel like digging out, trying to find comics with her outfit in it and to set up the Julia Carpenter joke. But Jessica Drew's big thing lately has been, what guest appearances and Captain Marvel being her bestie. So this promises the explosive return of Jessica Drew. Now, we've been seeing a lot of Marvel comics, like the SJW Marvel comics, going away. Squirrel Girl got canceled. Captain Marvel will probably still be going because of the movies, the MCU tie-in. They still keep trying to push Miss Marvel, which isn't so bad. But a lot of the themes we have been seeing have been going away. Series are being canceled, and they're not just being rebooted into number ones and given a new series, like the Iceman comic or what have you. So I thought, okay, if they bring Spider Woman back and put her into this classic costume, okay, maybe Marvel is finally turning around. Maybe they are finally listening. So when we flip forward, it's actually just past that Strange Academy story. We get to see just their little preview, and we get this. See, that was just a teaser. That was just a variant cover because this thing, look at all these variant covers. Although I'm really interested in the Infantino one. But yeah, the new costume cover. And yeah, here we have a look at the new costume. And here we have it over here. Now, I find this really interesting because Spider-Woman has no connection to Peter Parker whatsoever. She's her own character. They just happen to share the Spider name. Not even similar powers. They've even made references to that when they've done the Spider-Verse storyline. And you look at this and you wonder, why is she wearing Peter's costume backwards? And that's all this is. It is basically Peter Parker's Spider-Man costume backwards. And with the whole webbing motif, which is something she's never had. And okay, I understand the mask. The way it comes down, it has the yellow triangle. That's pretty much the way it looked before. And I know that they put the triangle like on her old costume, but why do we have just the yellow triangle on the abdomen of the spider on her costume? I guess she doesn't have her own little logo or insignia, but that's a really weird thing to put right in the middle of your cleavage. It's like, don't look at my boobs, but I'm going to put this one yellow dot right there. It looks like she has half of a post-it note, taped to her boobs. Maybe I don't know what she would write on a post-it note that she'd have to hide on her boobs. But this is an awful looking costume. And normally I like simple costumes. Going with something like all black or maybe all blue. It'd probably look better if it was just all heavy black like that. It wouldn't be bad, but this, with the way the line of the chest goes here, I've been trying to get this to focus over here. It's exactly what Spider-Man's costume looks like from behind, and the red spider just a little bit thinner. It's not the, really round, fat spider. This is how Jessica Drew is going to suddenly return. And then when you read what it says, Jessica Drew hasn't been feeling like herself lately. She's not a Skrull, we promised. When the angry, irritable, and unwell Spider-Woman takes a simple security gig to help her get back on her feet, she finds herself besieged by unknown forces out to destroy everything around her. What's wrong with Jessica? Just how did she get this job? She applied for it? And who are these violent lunatics who keep trying to blow her up? Who cares? Does Spider-Woman have someone to punch? That's all that matters. And there we go. Yeah. I was really hoping that we were turning the corner with, Marvel's direction and not just catering to the small factor that, doesn't want to, sexualize or whatever, but although the costume is still kind of form-fitting, so I guess we have that back. It's better than, the easy cosplay costume, but you see, even with the big hair classic costume, that's just so distinguishable. This looks like Jessica Drew. This is Spider-Man's costume backwards. Someone got paid for that design. Someone got paid and probably had different versions and said, yep, this is the one we're going to go with. Good job, Marvel. You fooled me. I almost thought you were going to do it. So yeah, at least I didn't pay any money for this. But at least this is kind of cool looking. I do have this cover, so... Anyway, as always, want to try something different, so thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.